Welcome back, friends. I have another affirmation for you. So if you're new to my channel, I just want to let you know that I am Yvonne Davis, author, astrologer, and life transformation coach. And I have another YouTube channel where I do astrology and tarot. And so if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, click like on this video, share with friends and family and on social media, and feel free to leave your comments and questions below. So this affirmation is also coming from the book Real Magic by Dean Radin, PhD. He is the chief scientist at the Institute of Noetic Sciences. And this is actually a quote from Arthur C. Clarke. He said, "The only way of discovering the limits of the possible is to venture a little way past them into the impossible." So the only way to discover the limits of the possible is to venture a little way past them into the impossible. I loved that when I read it because I realized that there's so much truth in that. Things that we might think are impossible might not actually be impossible. Now, I would say, of course, that you have to consider what's at stake. Like, I probably wouldn't jump off a cliff, um, you know, and think that I can fly, because there's too much at stake. But on the other hand, I did quit my high-paying, prestigious job as an intellectual property paralegal in the middle of a recession, and I've never regretted it. Here I am, loving life, being self-employed, and living a retirement lifestyle. So I definitely do not regret jumping off of that cliff, because it turned out I was able to fly. I used to say in those old days, I'm learning to walk on water, which meant that I was learning to have faith in providence. And I've seen it come true so many times in my life. Things that I thought were impossible because they intimidated me. I was afraid. I was, nervous, and kind of talked myself out of it because I didn't want to fail. I didn't want to experience feelings of being raw and vulnerable, and I didn't want people to judge me or to criticize me or to feel that they were rejecting me in some way. I wanted to stay safe. The problem is sometimes safe, it doesn't get you where you want to go. And so there have been times when I have pushed the boundaries and said to myself, I'm going to try it anyway, and if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have a Master of Fine Arts degree. I wouldn't have finaled in 5 contests and gotten 2 of my flash fiction stories published, and won 3 writing contests, and had an agent ask for the full manuscript of a science fiction novel that I wrote. And I wouldn't have a successful YouTube channel. I wouldn't be self-employed. There's so many things. And some of the things that I tried didn't maybe end up the way I thought they would. Like, for example, I moved to LA in 2016, and I lived in West Hollywood, which is it was exciting. I enjoyed the experience, but it didn't quite turn out the way I had hoped, because I thought that I would end up living there and getting a master's in screenwriting. And then I realized that LA just wasn't quite what I wanted. But I did end up getting a Master of Fine Arts in creative writing when I came back to Colorado. So I would suggest looking at what you think is impossible and seeing if you could withstand any consequences that you might not like. So for example, if you want to move someplace, like I moved from Colorado to LA, It didn't work out, but I don't regret it. I left my high-paying job as a patent paralegal in the middle of a recession. I don't regret it. And for me, that actually did turn out well because I'm very happy with what I'm doing now. I love my life now, whereas back then I wasn't happy at all. And let's see, what else? Well, I'm sure I can name a lot of things. And so I would just suggest to you that you give it a try. So let me give you that, that affirmation one more time. The only way to discover the limits of the possible is to venture a little way past them into the impossible. That's Arthur C. Clarke. The only way of discovering the limits of the possible is to venture a little way past, a little way past them into the impossible. You don't have to go all the way, just a little way. Just go a little way. Give it a try. All right, I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.